What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Strong Vlog. And today I'm going to be talking to you about buying your first car. Let's get it. Man, I want to buy this car. Hey, I want to buy this car. Alright guys, so the first time I went in to buy a car, it was at a dealership, a new car and used car dealership. This one specifically was a Chrysler Jeep Dodge store, and I ended up leaving there with a Volkswagen. Of all things, a Volkswagen. And I'm going to tell you how that happened, why that happened, mistakes that were made, and how to avoid those mistakes. So I walked in there, and I kind of knew what I was looking for at the time. I wanted to look at some Jeeps, just an SUV in general, but specifically a Jeep. I test drove one or two Jeep. I liked one of them, and of course the one I liked was the certified pre-owned, which is a pretty good deal as long as they don't try to shaft you with the monthly payments. In my case, that's exactly what they did. I was interested in the vehicle, so their finance manager came back to me and told me that my monthly payments on it were going to be roughly $400 and something. Hi man, I can give you that car, but it's gonna be $400 and something a month. For me, I was like, yeah, no thanks, because at this time I was only 19 years old and I really didn't have that much expendable income, and the income coming in wasn't the greatest, as you guys can imagine, at 19 years old. What happened was I had to basically argue my way through this buying process and explain to these guys that I was not comfortable with that monthly payment. The problem with some large dealerships, which was the problem with this one, is that they did not care that that wasn't what I wanted to pay. Yes, they could come down in the monthly payment. The problem was they didn't want to. So here's where you're buying, you as the buyer have to step in and tell them how it is. You gotta show them who's boss, you know what I'm saying? Give them the knuckle. So you tell them that, hey, I'm gonna go somewhere else if you can't get me down to this price. And at that point, they usually start to stutter and step on their toes a little bit and trip over their laces, and then they look at you like, oh no, please don't go anywhere. No, you just wasted like 2 hours of my day if that's the case. At that point, they will really try to keep you as a customer, but they're still gonna haggle you. Here's the part where it gets real. They will still haggle you, and so they'll come down maybe $10 a month. And you're like, really? Come on. I know you can go lower than that. And that's where you really have to put your foot down. Act like you're not interested anymore. Try to leave, blah, blah, blah. Tell them that you want to look at other vehicles then, or look at another car lot, or you know what you really can do is look up a comparable vehicle from one of their competitors while they're off monkeying around with their sales manager. And typically, if you can find a vehicle worth the similar value, same model, from one of their competitors at a lower price, and convince them that you are going to leave and to go to their competitors to get that vehicle, they will stop hassling you. They will drop the price at that instant, and usually you'll come out of there with a pretty good deal. Now, at that point, they're going to give you a monthly price that you want. You're going to go back into the finance manager's office, and here's where it gets extremely interesting. The finance manager is going to try to throw you in all these hot deals, right? He's going to try to throw in seat cleaning treatment, or an underbody treatment, or special paint, and like all of this crazy stuff that honestly you don't need it. You do want to get from your finance manager, however, is a warranty. Do not leave without an extended warranty, especially if you're buying used. I settled for not buying an extra warranty, so my warranty expired of roughly 6 months after owning this Volkswagen, and the turbocharger went out a week after the warranty was up. Went poof. and I had to pay $3,000 out of pocket in order to get this vehicle moving again and on the road to where I could go to work. So that is huge. That is key. Make sure you get your warranty. Get it. That is the main thing. And yes, it is going to up your monthly payment a little bit more to throw that warranty in there. So that's something you're going to want to keep in mind when you're haggling your monthly payment price down. Another thing you want to do is establish a credit history. Getting a car without established credit history is awful. In my case, neither of my parents wanted to co-sign because they didn't have the greatest credit, and I was starting out. I had zero credit history. I had a Menards card. For any of you who know what Menards, I ended up walking out there with an awful interest rate. I had 17.9% interest tacked onto my vehicle.
What the? Did you just say 17.9% interest? What?
And that is extreme. You do not want that. It is awful. You're going to end up paying a lot more for that vehicle than it's worth, and you're going to end up being upside down on that vehicle. Don't settle for a high interest rate like I did. Make sure that you talk to that finance manager and tell him you do not like those numbers. That's what their job is. Their job is to help you get in that car that salesman helped you pick out. And if they can't do that, ultimately they're not doing their job.
Here, Mr. Finance Manager, do your job.
So you need to make sure that you're pressuring them and making them do their job. Make them work. That's what they're there for. I now own two vehicles from a dealership. I have a 2006 Ford F350, and that truck is roughly 4% interest, which is way better than 17.99. And how I was able to do that is because the first time I bought that Volkswagen, I learned from my mistakes. That's the key thing in life, okay? Everybody makes mistakes, just make sure you learn from them. And now I'm here to share my experience with you and my mistakes with you, so hopefully, I pray for you, it does not happen to you. Do shorter term leases or short loans. So do a loan of maybe 36 months, so 3 years, rather than 72-month financing, because your interest rate is going to be a lot lower. Your payments will be higher with the shorter loan period, but you will not pay near as much interest, and that is what you're going to avoid. Because throwing interest in, when you're paying that interest, it's like throwing money at the wall, because that money is going straight to that financer. That money is going towards that financial institution every time you pay that. However, your principal goes towards your actual payment of the vehicle. The interest is what gets you. That's where you're throwing your money at the wall, or flushing it down the toilet, or setting it on fire, or doing a number of awful things to your money. And you do not want to do that. So guys, I really do hope that this helps one of you from making a huge mistake like I did the first time I bought a car. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Remember guys, I am here. I am on YouTube a lot lately, okay? I'm going to try to bring you guys 2 to 3 videos a week, alright? I'm not one of those guys that's going to be like ones and twosies, alright? I'm going to give you content, alright? So make sure you leave in the comments what kind of content you like seeing from me. Do you like me giving you advice like this? Do you like me, you know, doing like my previous video where I'm going out with my wife and we're doing our normal weekend things? Tell me what you like. Thanks a lot for watching, and I truly appreciate the view. Peace.